Hello everyone, this is Cavell, and today I will be going over some harder long division problems. In the first video, I went over briefly um, 3-digit divided by 2 digits, and I did 3 digits divided by 1 digit, the very beginner stuff. If you walk through all those examples I did there, you'd have a pretty good idea of how to do the ones I'm going to show you now. All right, so these ones are going to be a little bit harder. They're going to be a little bit more tedious, but nothing too crazy. All right. So the first problem I have is 9,460 divided by 44. Remember the vocabulary that we learned in the first video? 44 is the divisor. 9,460 is the dividend. Sorry about the dogs outside. So same thing, right? How many times does 44 go into 94? So initially we would say, oh, it goes into 90 times, so we'd move on. But with experience and practice, you'll just skip that first number and just go to the 2 digits when you realize that the divisor is bigger than the first digit of the dividend, right? So 44 into 94 is 2 times. So you subtract 88 because 2 times 44 is 88, right? And the difference you get is 60, or sorry, 6, right? You pull down the next number, right? As usual. 44 goes in 66. How many times? Well, 1 time, right? If I do 2, right, it'd be too much. It'd be 88. So 66 minus 44, right? It's 22. Pull down the number again from the right within the dividend, right? And then let's see. So I know 44 times 5 is 220, right? So I get 0. So I mean, knowing 44 times 5 is 220 is might be a little bit difficult for someone who's not too good with a multiplication table. But one thing I know is that when you multiply a number by 5, right, you either end in a 5 or 0. So I know you got to multiply something by 5 or 0 to get to 220, right? But to be quite frank, I know 5 times 40 is 200, right? 5 times 4 is 20. So I know if I add them up, I get 220. Okay. So you get 44 times 215 is equal to 9,460. Okay. So I'll just check this one just this one time, but in the future, I probably won't check it as much, only because it's kind of a little bit tedious to do so. But let's go through with this. So 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 1 is 4, right? Plus 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay. Cross that out. Put a 0 here. 4 times 5 is 20. All right. 4 times 4 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. You would add. Right, so you get back 9,460. Okay. And there are some different ways of doing multiplication. You can either do this traditionally. You could also do the lattice method, which is a little bit antique, but I can definitely show you guys that in a different video. All right, let's move on. So we see that 44 times 215 is 9,460, which is correct. All right, next one we have 3,382 divided by 38. Okay. So this one's a little bit more difficult, right? So we see that 38 doesn't go into 3, it doesn't go into 33. So we gotta do 338, right? So when it doesn't go into the 2 digits, you gotta keep moving on to the 3 digits, right? One at a time. So 38 goes into 338 how many times? Okay. I know 338 times 10 is 380, right? And then if I times 9, right, that'd be a little bit too much. So maybe times 8, right? So let's try 38 times 8, right? So you get 64 plus 240 you get let's see, 304, I believe. Right. Yeah. So let's see. So 8 times 30 is 240. 8 times 8 is 64. Good. Add them together. You get 304. So this is minus 304, right? Subtract, right? So I get 34, right? Pull down the 2. Oh, so remember to put down the 8, okay, up here. So I get 342. How many times does 38 go into 342? Well, I know that 38 times 8 is 304, right? So 38 times 9, which is one more, right? If I add 38 to 304, I should get 342. So I know 38 goes into 342 9 times. Okay. And you get 0, right? So once again, you should always check your work, right? So I'll do it one more time for this time. But afterwards, it's always you should do it on your own and just practice that, right? So 8 times 9 is 72, right? 8 times 8, right, is 64. 64 plus 7 is 71, I believe, right? Cross this bad boy out, put a 0. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 plus 2 is 26. Okay. Add these guys together. Get to 7 plus 6, 13. 3,382. Okay, so just check the work, right? 38 times 89 is 3,382. Okay. All right, next one. We have 6,048 divided by 42. 42 goes into 60 one time, minus 42. Get 18. Pull down the 4, remember. 42 goes into 184. How many times? I believe it is 4 times. 4 times 40 is 160. 4 times 2 is 8, so it's 168. Oh, so I'm not gonna, probably gonna run out of room here, so let me just shift this upwards. Subtract, right? I get 16. Alright, pull down the 8, alright. And then as you can see, 42 goes into 168 4 times, alright. So I would do 1 minus 168, and obviously something subtracted by itself is 0. Not much room here, sorry about that. So 42 times 144 should be 6,048. Let me use my calculator and just double check. Yep, and using my calculator, it is. Okay. Let's do the next one. So now we have 3,168 divided by 22. Okay. 22 goes in 31 once, minus 22. 9. Pull down the 6, you get 96. 22 goes in 96 4 times, minus let's see, 88, and you get 8. 96 minus 88 is 8. Pull down the 8. All right, 22 goes into 88 4 times, so I get 0. Okay, so 22 times 144 is at 3,168. Let me just check with my calculator. And it is 22 times 144 is 160, 3,168. All right. Last question. 31 divided by, sorry, 3,441 divided by 31. 31 goes into 34 once, minus 31, you get 3. Bring down the 4, 31 goes into 34, 1, minus 31, you get 3. Bring down the 1. 31 goes in 31. 1. So 31 times 111 is 3,441. So one way you could do this is that to check, right? 31 is close to 30. So you could do 30 times 111, right? So 3 times 111 is 333. So 30 times 111 is just 333. 333 with a 0. And you just add one more 31, right? So you get 3,300. Wait, hold on. What did we do wrong here? Let me just use my calculator. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. 300, 33. Oh, yeah, sorry. So, when you say 31 times 111 is 3,441, right? You could break down 31 as 31, 30 plus 1 times 111, right? So usually we're used to seeing the multiplication on the left side. So you do 111 times 30, which is 3,330, right? And you need to add one more 11, or 111. So this is how you get 3,441. All right, so that's how you check. A little bit mishap or a little mistake there, but at the end we got it right. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.